Alright there, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you. Hope we've all had a good Friday. Did we get any winners? I had a little sprinkle on Paul Giub. Unfortunately for me, he didn't get it done, but I've got no complaints with that lad. He's been brilliant this tournament. Big round of applause for Paul Giub, everyone. And I said Sabilo would beat Monfils today, and I should have bet it, and I didn't. I can't help but feel like, especially at that price, that was a missed opportunity for me. So well done to you if you jumped on Sabilo. We knew Fritz had beat Vukic. There was just no point betting him. He was like a 1.22 on the decimal. And Max Purcell got it done against Billy Harris in 3, which leads us into the finals of Eastbourne and Mallorca. Last 2 games before Wimbledon. I can't wait for Wimbledon. I imagine you feel the same. I'm going to be sorting the whole preview and round 1 for Wimbledon over the weekend, so we'll be ready to go for Monday. Before we get into these two, like the video if you would, subscribe if you would, I'd appreciate it if you did. If not for me, do it for yourself. I guarantee I won't let you down. Where do we start? Where do we start in here? I'll tell you where we start. Max Purcell, Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz, massive favourite again. Max Purcell is a bigger underdog in this. Probably the biggest dog we've seen of the week, I think. Bigger dog than what Shang was in Fritz's last game. Excuse me. Spreads 3.5, totals 22.5, head-to-head 1-0. Taylor Fritz, that was in Switzerland, October last year. He beat him in straight sets. 2 tiebreakers. Speaking of 2 tiebreakers, he beat Vukic with 2 tiebreakers again today. And he beat Shang in 2 tiebreakers. And he had a tiebreaker against Sabo Field and then beat him 6-3 in the second. And tiebreak Fritz, what? No complaints. No complaints from me. He has been as solid as it comes. He has barely faced a break point all tournament. As a matter of fact, he's faced 4 break points in 3 games and he's saved all of them. I'm really, really impressed with Taylor Fritz so far. 5-1 on the grass this year, and he's yet to lose serve in any of the 5 wins. Sound. That's what I'm talking about. This is how you know the number 1 in America should be playing. This is what I'm talking about. Max Purcell. He's had some decent showings already. I can't say he hasn't. I know I always should brush over the Max Purcell games, but he is in the final. We owe him this to at least go over it, don't we? He had a tiebreaker against Kekmanovic. Dropped 2 sets out of the 4 games he's played. Max Purcell had been knocked out in the first round of the last 3 tournaments. And now here he is in the final against Taylor Fritz. I've watched a couple of games as well, you know, like he ain't looked too bad. But, and it's a big but. Actually, it's not a big but, it's quite a simple but, actually. I think this will be Taylor Fritz's easiest win all tournaments. Even though it's the final, I think this will be the easiest win for him. Playing the way he's playing, and not only just that, there's a massive skill gap here. There is a huge skill gap. We know it. Bookies know it. I think the -3.5, it isn't too bad. It's not a bad shout. All them tiebreakers with Taylor Fritz will put you off. I imagine it would. Don't let it. He is so much better than Max Purcell. So much better. I can't see Max Purcell dragging him to 2 tiebreakers. I think he'd be lucky to get 1 out of him. I can't see Purcell winning a set. Let me know what you think on this one. Me personally, if I'm going to bet it, and you know what, with it being one of the last 2 before Wimbledon, I probably will. I'm going to take Taylor Fritz just to win in straight sets. And we'll pair it with the next game. So we'll have a nice little double accumulator, parlay, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, Taylor Fritz in 2. It's got to be. Max Purcell doesn't take a set off Fritz. No fucking chance does he do that. Next game, Sebastian Hoffner, Alejandro Tabilo. Gutted Hoffner beat Paul Giub today, man. decent showing from Jubb, but Offner was just a bit too strong for him, weren't he? I don't know if you watched it. If you watched it, there just seems to be a massive power difference, didn't they? Like, Offner looked huge compared to him. Apart from that, like I said before, Paul Jubb has been fantastic all tournament. Just couldn't really deal with Offner today, and that's all right. Alejandro, before we get into Tabilo, head-to-head is 1-0 to Sebastian Offner. That was in the qualifiers for the Australian Open last year. As we all know, Alejandro Tabilo has improved drastically since that. And I do mean drastically. He has had one hell of a season, sitting at the 24th in the world. Offner's 54 in the world. Offner's form has been nothing compared to Tabilo. And I mean nothing. Before this, before this tournament, he came into this tournament on a losing record. Not a losing streak, just a losing record all season. That says it all with Sebastian Offner. Although I can't ignore what I've seen, he's just been getting it done. Dropped a couple of snide sets here and there, but most of them have. Tabilo's played one game less, and not only has he played one game less, he's had a lot less time on the court as well. Apart from that game with Gael Monfils today, I mean, I don't think he's had a tiebreaker, has he? I don't think he's had a tiebreaker, or he may have done. Unless he had one against Monfils today, and I've just completely forgot. I don't think Tabilo's seen a tiebreaker, apart from the Monfils game. His first two were relatively quick, no danger for him. You know what? Fatigue may be a factor for Sebastian Offner. It may not. I don't care either way. I'm going to be rocking with Tabilo tomorrow, 100%. Paul Jubb couldn't beat Offner. I imagine Alejandro Tabilo will. Yeah, he's got to, hasn't he? He's got to. 1.66 on the decimal. Nice little favourite. I don't mind pairing that with the Taylor Fritz in straight sets. Not too sure what odds you're going to get for that, but go and have a look for yourself. I'm sure it's not too bad. Right then, I think that's it, innit? That's it. Done and dusted. Wimbledon next, folks. Big Wimbledon. It's going to be sick. Fingers crossed the weather holds up. Funnily enough, it's been like fucking Barbados over here in the UK, but as Wimbledon's drawing closer, we've had a bit of drizzle, we've had a bit of wind. It's been extremely windy as well. We've seen it in Eastbourne, but fingers crossed, we'll be all right. We'll get some cash. We'll get them good. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Right. That's it, innit? That is definitely it. Alejandro Tabilo, Taylor Fritz into. Let me know what you're going for. Appreciate you getting involved. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Enjoy the tennis. Let's go get some cash. See you tomorrow.